Welcome to another Full Curl Fitness Friday where we put and keep sheep hunters on the mountain. Hi, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about functional fitness, and specifically, we're going to get into movement patterns. We're going to take a 30,000 foot approach here where we're going to look at the basics of what these movement patterns are, and then later in future videos, we're going to get into specifically what kinds of exercises to do for each of these movement patterns. So, when we look at functional fitness, there are really three big movement patterns. So, again, functional fitness is the concept that we look at how we function in real life when we function properly and we train that way. So, with functional fitness, the three big movement patterns are pushing, pulling, and hinging at the hips, or we can call it legs for short. Pushing, we can push in any vector, down, outward, or up. Pulling, same story. We can pull up towards us or down. And then hinging at the hips or legs, we're doing some sort of hinging movement, squatting, lifting things, doing step ups, lunges, whatever type of activity for the legs. Um, these are the three main movement patterns that our body does. And so when we cover these movement patterns during our workouts, we're being comprehensive. We're building strength and symmetry and balance in the body by doing all three of these and focusing on all three of these during our workouts. So I do not prescribe to doing a leg day or a back day. I come in the gym, I address all three movement patterns in one workout, which we will talk about in more detail later. That's kind of the concept and what we're working with here as far as the movement patterns. Now, if you thought about it for a minute, you might go, man, he never mentioned core. And in the last video, I talked about how important bracing the spine is for preventing injuries in dynamic terrain. Well, I'm not crazy. I think the core is important. However, we're not going to do core exercises. What we're going to do is leg exercises that incorporate our core. We're going to do pushing exercises that incorporate our core. We're going to do pulling exercises that incorporate our core. So, literally, by default, every single exercise we do will be a core exercise without doing core exercises. So, that's what we're going to be working towards here over the next few videos, trying to talk about what kinds of things we can do for each of those three movement patterns. And we'll talk about how you engage the core doing those things so that you can, again, build that dynamic core strength. So, hopefully you guys are finding value in what I'm putting out here for you. If you guys appreciate it, please feel free to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for joining me and have a great day.